Welcome, welcome, people. Welcome, my friends. And why am I not getting audio? Oh, nope, nope, never mind, there's audio. Welcome. There's a new bundle. I'm going to try it out. I am going to try to give an unbiased opinion of these ships. One of the ships I'm actually pretty excited about. The other ones, I don't know. I guess I'll have to fly them to see what my opinions are of them. The one ship I'm excited about is not because it looks good, just because it is a ship I've been waiting for. But that's not what I want to do. First things first, we need to get the bundle. And there we are. I just want to just look at this for a minute. Just take that wonderful beauty in of ships that I haven't purchased before I buy the ship bundle. Alright. 25% is not the greatest in the world, but it is what it is. And did it already add the ships, or did it just add the other stuff? Phasers and the 100% off coupon. And that means I need to go get the ships. So we will claim this one. This is the auger. And then the cyclone. And just a care. Oops. Do that. Just care. Alright. So these are some new ships for some very old ship designs. They've been around for a very, very long time. They were part of the original launch of ships. I believe these... were they tier... I don't remember if they're tier 4 or tier 5. I might be able to check. And just not the way that you think I can. So, are they tier 5 ships? Get rid of the small craft. Yes, tier 5 on that one. Tier 5 on the Star, yeah, because, yeah. They were all tier 5 ships that just never got beyond having been a tier 5 ship. And they're bad tier 5 ships too. And I'll kind of explain some of it as I was flying. I am going to fly the science ship first, mainly because I'm not a science person, and I just want to get that one out of the way. But let's see, are these account bound? They are not, which means they can be added to the list of things that can be sold. That one. Open these up. I was actually really kind of curious of what actual type of, are they just all stun? Stun, stun, and wide. Well, not by preference. So let's go ahead and throw those in the bank. I am more of a dual person or auto rifle. I think those do the most damage because they do the most AoE damage, and this game is designed to have you benefit for fighting AoE stuff. Alright. I am going to go do the daily real quick just to get that out of the way. Let's go kill some Borg. I don't even remember what ship I'm flying, so this should be interesting. I would look by pulling up my inventory, but I think the whole crapshoot of what I was last flying is going to be entertaining. Trying to think when the last time I was on. I think it was I might be flying the summer ship, actually, come to think about it. Because the summer ship was out at that time. I also got something else during that time, too. Boy, what did I get? Again, I'm going to open up my inventory and see what ship I'm flying and just completely change. No, you know what? I remember. I switched back. I'm flying the ship. Why am I... Oh, there we go. I'm flying my ship, which is the Miranda parts and all that stuff. The fleet bosun, that's what I'm flying. Yep, I am definitely flying the fleet bosun. We could do this. Where are you? Did I get turned around? I did get turned around. Goal is to destroy this before somebody else gets one. Eliminate the board. Ah, dang it, somebody beat me. Can I at least take this one out before someone gets there? By the way, if you are watching and you do like what you see, go hit that like button. If you'd like to see more content from me, not necessarily Starfleet, but anything, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when I stream again. Somehow I got turned around. Gotta make sure I get that full broadside on. That sound just makes me feel good. That is the Excelsior 2 console, which I just recently got. And oh man, that's a very beautiful sound. Never click that. It's a trap. Click this one. Alright, let's go jump in a ship. So we're going to do the Augur first. Again, because I don't fly science ships very much. And this will be perfect. So we're going to upgrade this for my 4,000 things that I have there. Yeah. Let's go put that Actually, let's go and delete the trash. Let's go and make ready that ship, and then go delete my trash. Ready. Now go delete. And so I'm just gonna do just a quick beam build, nothing very special on this. It has a decent amount of tactical slots, so it may actually work. From my understanding, just by watching other people do actual real reviews of this ship, it's basically a copy and paste of another ship that's already been released a long time ago, 5 years ago. But that could be worse. I mean, it is what it is. I think this person has the best prices for trash. I think so. So. And so, this ship, and I'm actually going to head back to Space Dock because I want to take a look at the actual older designs. Now that I think about it. So this ship, I never flew when it actually initially came out.
Welcome to Josana.
This was not really my design. I affectionately called it the ball sack because it has dangly parts. Now they tucked it up a little bit more on the new model, but the some of those older ones, it hangs pretty far down low. And I just thought it was like maybe one of the ugliest ships around. This one doesn't look that bad. I'm not. I don't hate this one. Let's just put it this way. The other ones I hated. This one, it could be worse, could be better. I think that they probably could have made the weapon slots a little bit better. Again, it's just it's just a near copy and paste of a ship that came out 5 years ago. But actually, I think more than 5 years ago, because I was going through some of the releases back to 2019. All right. So let's go ahead and first take a look at the designs here. So I mean, it doesn't look horrible. It's sticking with the newer designs that they have had out recently. And it looks a lot better than, you know, say like that or like that or that. That secondary deflector hangs low. That's some low hanging secondary deflector. So at least they streamlined it a little bit. It almost kind of looks like it's the secondary deflector off of the Titan. Just flipped upside down. It kind of looks like they used the same model. Maybe, I think they would have extended it out a little bit, but this portion right here looks like it's the secondary deflector. So it doesn't look that bad. I don't think there's any new stuff here. If I was going to choose something, it'd be that one. Just looks cleaner. And then, yeah. So, I'm just going to close out of this. And, let's go out and set up our, well, where's that set our weapons? Just trash everything. have one of those. That's easy, actually. And definitely not a science build, though I don't remember. Was this it? The most sciencey ship? So emergency power to weapons and emergency power to engines. So I'm going to do here. This is going to be Gene. And this is going to be Carmen is correct. Gravity well 3. And Tychon's Rift, even though they're both in the same cooldown. And then Officer. I'm gonna go Omega here. That looks correct. Just going to sell trash parts I don't need. And I probably should have grabbed all the gear off of the Archer. Oops. Oops. Alright. What is this? Here. This here. These can go over here. And then archers. Yeah, so initially when the game first came out, I didn't like Science. Science had a really bad design of being primarily a healer base class, and I was never a fan of healers and any MMO, not just Star Trek Online. So I did not play it. Of course, the game is completely changed. I think I can still put that there. And this is the only important one. Weapons and Ox, weapons. There is so much tactical on this ship. Do I not get my I really do kind of want that, but that's not better than the rest of the stuff. It's so fun just to watch it go off and just destroy everything in sight. Yeah. Alright, so let's go and set up our boards. And then we'll go ahead and go do a patrol so we can get the thing unlocked. I should also have enough stuff for the fleets too. I turned some stuff in. Wait a minute. I did that on my other character. That's kind of funny, actually. Where did I get 3,000? Better make sure I bought this on the right character. I did. I hope. Alright. Wow, it seems like, maybe because I don't know. I didn't transfer anything over. Sensor and analysis. Sure, we're going to put that right there. So, famous last words, don't do what I'm doing. This is not a ideal build. Approaching hiding. I'm gonna have to rearrange all that stuff because it's kind of put there in out of place. Ox. Fire at will. Freighter. Domino. Should be interesting though, not having as many engineering slots. First time I saw it too, I was like, I don't know how much engineering I'm gonna put on that. I'd rather have tactical than engineering, at least on my builds. It's engines, weapons. And the reason why I have weapons is because of the traits that I have. Emergency powers. Don't really care about any of that. Some of the stuff I'm gonna have to move around once I take a look at it. Looks like Boimler is gonna be my main thing that I'm gonna have to worry about. Which means I'm gonna want stuff that has Boimler's abilities on it. Though I do admit this is probably better as a cannon ship. Gonna put cannons on this. There's a turret. Turrets. I don't think you could put cannons on this. It looks like. Dual. Nope. You cannot put cannons on this. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter then. That's kind of unfortunate because that will limit what this ship is capable of doing. She goes here. Officer, slipstream. I gotta remember to grab most of the stuff here because a lot of the stuff I don't really worry about most of the time because it automatically fills in. Shield capacitor. Like the engines, I don't think I grabbed. Torpedo spread, Titan's rift. I think that's all the clickies. I'm going to put this down here. You're going to go like this. We're going to lock that. We're going to lock this. And then what the hell? No, I like that. I guess the trick is not to take damage. Put this here, here. Rift. I think I'm actually going to move one of these others here. Tychons and this, I believe, are on the same gravity well, are in the same cooldown, so I don't want to put them on the same bar. So maybe I just keep this here. Move these here. What sensors? We'll just go with this. I ain't DPS racing. Let's go and save this so I don't move to a new map and suddenly have it all disappear. By the way, if you want some proof that Cryptic hates you, it's this universal right here. It's because this universal is here because Cryptic hates you. Because that TFO is freaking horrible. Alright. Mr. Augur, let's see what you got. I'm already kind of not in a good mood with it because of the fact that it's beams only. Probably would have enjoyed it a little bit better if it was more of a
Good to see you, my friend. We can pull.
Had more of a cannon ability, but sure. I mean, it doesn't feel good just yet. So the last science ship that I played,
unstable. We need to hurry, or those ships won't make it.
That felt really good was the Sutherland, which I was not expecting a whole lot of it when I first went in there. But after flying the Sutherland, it felt really good. That felt pretty good.
Thank you.
Our system.
I'm not gonna lie, it actually this ship looks actually pretty good. There is one thing I forgot to show on the reason why this is a good ship to have. And I'll have to show it once we get back.
Klingons are approaching our position.
Turn myself just a little bit. I don't have enough frontal power to do that. change because oh, my weapons are turned offline. Weapons offline. Also, they have made this one a little bit longer. I mentioned that the last time I did a ship on it, but like the more and more I do this patrol, it definitely
Let's deal with Starfleet.
Alright, let's be a good person and clean up our space trash. So, I mean, I still think the Sutherland, when I flew the Sutherland, I mean, that kind of is the bar for me when it comes to the science ships that I fly. This one's fine. It's this one's more of a you're flying it for how it looks more than anything else, and this is like a flavor that you would have to agree to, because for the most part it's not that amazing looking of a ship. It's a but it doesn't look as bad as the old one. It is a good thing they tucked a lot of this stuff in, because the old ship really looked really bad. I mean, it looks fine. It really does, as much as I joke. Now, someone who actually flies science ships would have to give an opinion on whether or not this is actually a good science ship.
I think that indeed.
It does have an awful lot of tactical, or maybe not an awful lot of tactical. One of them's a universal. But I don't know where you would want the engineering to go into, because you are limited on your engineering slots.
I think that was indeed.
But let's go ahead and turn this ship in, and then the one thing that really kind of makes this ship, anytime you get one of the old school ships, is that if you get a ship that had a mirror, like the old school mirror skins released on it, then you can really have some fun with the ugliness. And I'll show you what I mean here real quick. I do believe it's... What's one of the other ones? Let's go in. Actually, did I hit? Yeah, I did 5. Surprised I didn't look at this earlier when I was actually looking at the actual the skins. Alright, so I think the trident is what you have to do, and then mirror. I mean, if you want to show off the fun parts, is it all of them? Like all of the old skins? It is all the old skins. Now, the one thing I am kind of disappointed about this, just taking a look at the skins, is that they did not update these. And they're not aged as bad. But the models are still pretty bad altogether. And this would be, I think, the first time in a long time that they haven't updated one of the primary skins when they updated it. Which is kind of surprising. Alright. So, we will, actually, just while we're at it, get new ships. Let's do this, go to Fleet. Apparently I did not have enough modules. Well, maybe I did, because I should check my modules real quick. Though they would probably all be the same, because I think they stacked on. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Alright, that's actually pretty exciting. But you no longer need to have the T5. So it looks like they transferred the T6 skins over. For the T5 skins over to the T6 fleets. So Fleet Auger. I have no originality in my naming convention, so. And then I'll talk about that one here in a little bit, but Fleet Maelstrom, Fleet Cyclone. This one. Fleet Justicia. Alright. I will never fly them, but I will have them. So here, upgrade, click the upgrade, and then dry dock, upgrade, complete, dry dock. Actually, I might fly that one, but that's here and there, but, and dry dock, perfect, did it. Sell the trash. I clean out my inventory. That. Oh, this can be discarded. Don't need that. Alright. Auger, you've done your auging. And now you must go. Put you down there somewhere. put you right there. And we're gonna go to the Justicia next, because I'm gonna save the Cyclone for last. Good. Next one, not the Cyclone, the Justicia. We shall upgrade it. Add that to the list over here. Already Starship. So I will say again, if you are watching and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more content from me, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream or post a video again. I play multiple things as my hobby. Generally, for the most part, I have been playing Fallout 76 and have been enjoying it. But I do play multiple other games. Seem like I'm missing something. Turdock. Should be correct. Now, when the Star Cruiser initially first came out, which one do I want? I'm actually going to use that one. When the Star Cruiser initially came out, oh wait, doesn't matter. Both. Wait. Again, it feels like I'm missing something. Archer, did I do something to you? Dynamic, domino, bio. Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. What the hell? That was panic-inducing. I thought for a second I deleted my DPRM. You would not have seen me quit this game fast enough. Because the STOGMs don't like me, so they will not give me anything no matter what. And now that I managed to give myself a heart attack and extended out my amount of time for this. Let's go back to just to cure, restart ship. And of course you're gonna put all that PS back on my ship. Because why not? I just realized something when I was on the auger. I had not adjusted my traits. It's alright. Let's do this again. So when this ship, so the tier 5 ships that used to be in the game, they had two different designs. They had a tactical and then they had a science. The Star Cruiser was the science one. I think it had 4, 3, and 2. I think is what its console layout was. This console layout was the assault cruisers layout. I know that because I know that because of the fact that I flew the assault cruiser. That was my primary ship back in the day. And I knew someone who really liked the Star Cruiser design, and that was their primary ship that they chose to fly. It just it wasn't my design. Also, the fact that let's see, not this one. This here. That I always wanted more tactical slots, so that's the ship that I went with, was the one with more tactical slots. And now the choice was between this and this, and I'm actually going to use this to have fun with those beams. I've got it ready to want to take a look. Starship. You know, it's funny because the one reason why I never thought they'd actually do a T6 of this is just because these, I don't know. They're better than I could have done. It's not the greatest. And when they initially came out, they just didn't look very Star Trek-ish. They look like a awkward looking spoon with nacelles. But there's a lot of Star Trek ships now that just look like spoons with nacelles. But like the lower down nacelles. But again, the same as the auger. If you fly this, you can switch to one of these and then go to the mirror. Really show off the fun of that. Now, if you want to know how to get the mirror skins, you would just have to go to the exchange. The T5 Infinity boxes comes with mirror ships, and the mustard yellow, as some people like to call it, is the skins for that, and it's with all the old school designs. They have a mustard yellow mirror design. But we're not doing that. I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't have a mirror skin. It's untranslated. Let me take a look at that real quick. It's not the veteran skin. Wait, a combination between the veteran and the I don't know if that's a bug or intended. Let's go type 0 though. And we'll apply that. Alright. Let's set our... I don't remember what the stations were on this. Let's see. One science. Is that a science? I mean, it's not the worst. This should be Carmen. Oh, I know why it's not Carmen, because that needs to be Jean. So this can be Carmen. This needs to be changed out to officer. So the random science. So we shall do polarized hole. Man, I must not use the upper ends of these very much. Oh, I know why, because he is not my normal. And we are going to do directed energy, weapons. Change this out to engines. Yep, engines. Let's go ahead and go up and set up our stuff here. Now, I will say that this looks a lot better than the older models. Older models had these weird ridges and everything. Like, they tried to make it look more futuristic or something. I don't know, but I think just smoothing stuff out just makes it look a lot better. It's a personal opinion, but I'm not wrong. Alright, we can just do this. Just going to lock this. Oh, we don't want to do that. We're going to do this, unlock this, and go like this. Because this ship is going to need some help. Matter of fact, just out of curiosity, what is my turn rate? 22. That ain't bad. I mean, the Hysperion had a 20. So yeah, this feels fine. Big beefy ship that has a decent turn rate. Can't complain about that too much. Alright. Move this stuff out of here we'll never use. Let's move this out of here that I'll never use. I try to keep them on the bar because otherwise the game just puts them back on the bar for some known reason. So keep them on the bar, then you don't have to worry about it. Engines, weapons, shields. Agony. So all the stuff's on here now. I only have to oh, this is not set correctly. I said to myself, I'm going to set this stuff, and then I just assigned the appropriate people and didn't set it correctly. There we go. Also should, while I'm thinking about it, take Vanguard off. And set of Vanguard. I need something good. There is one. This right here. There, did it. Beams. I don't know why I'm trying to put that on there when it's already on there. Let's see. I'll put that there for right now for Boimlers, but I might just end up moving it. Engines, shields. Frenzy. Put Focus Frenzy right there. Focus Frenzy is good. The problem is that it requires specific things for it to fire. Instead of being freely available to be clicked on. Officer. Flip these. Tactical, and then this. So I'm actually going to move this here, because that way I can accidentally hit it while I'm trying to spam stuff. I'm going to move this here and this over here, and then we'll adjust these. Alright. Let's go ahead and disable the ugliness, which I forgot to do on the last ship, and then save that so it doesn't change on me for some weird reason. I will say, because of ships like the Walker class, the Giorgio class, and a few of the others, this isn't. The Star Cruiser design is not as off-putting as it was for me 13 years ago. And that's true with a lot of stuff too. The four nacelles, I used to hate four nacelle ships. Like, hate it with a passion. And now I don't hate it as much. Actually, matter of fact, there's more than a few of them that I actually like the way they look. So I guess apparently it just takes 13 years for you to start to like something. But this actually does look pretty nice. Let's see. Did I spend 30 minutes doing this? Can I go do a current again? Wow. I'm slow.
Good to see you, my friend. As am I. We can...
Still turns pretty slow though, even with a 22
We did it.
move speed. It's still pretty slow.
That rift's unstable. We need to hurry, or those ships won't make it.
Klingon vessels are warping into your position.
That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good.
Thank you for...
That's one less rift to worry about. Let's regroup with Martin.
Bad news, I'm afraid. Klingons are approaching our position.
They must have changed that ability, because it used to be you couldn't stop that once it happened. Yeah, so. Now too far away. That's not very efficient. So, I mean, this felt alright.
I think that was the last.
Bad piloting aside, it felt alright. again, this is probably one of those ships you're gonna fly if you want to have a little bit of nostalgia. This is probably the reason why they wanted to just name it the Starfleet Flashback bundle. By the way, I was taking a look at things. The only thing they haven't did a update of now is the cyan. Like every old ship now has a T6 version of it, of one way or another. Except for, I didn't check Klingon ships and Romulan ships because they've already come out and said that they are not planning to release anything that is at least it's low on their priority list. That's not Federation ships. Mainly because Federation ships sell and everything else doesn't sell as well. My response to that is make ships that matter. And then people will buy them. But, see, I hit 5, I did, yep. Alright. Now we're gonna go to my favorite ship in this bundle. And I've been waiting for a very long time. When I came back to the game 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was, I was kind of disappointed there wasn't a T6 version of the old escorts, the patrol escort. It's not a patrol escort. I forget what the original design was, but I was very disappointed that they didn't have one. I'm just gonna go to the Archer. Ready the Archer. There we go. We shall dry dock that. Because I'm actually gonna put cannons on the last ship. But yeah, so just gonna trash all this stuff. So yeah, I was really sad that they didn't have a T6 version of it. Just because the old designs here, it basically it was my ship that I used to fly, and I'll show you what I mean as soon as I get this trash out of my inventory. Ready a Cyclone. Then, oops. That's not what I wanted to do. It is what I did, it's not what I wanted to do. So I do need this. I need these. Actually, I am going to take a break for a minute, and I will be right back. Alright, we are back. We are back. So, where's my cannons? Where did I leave them last? Alright. I have more stuff to pull off the archer. So, with the Maelstrom, which is basically the Maelstrom used to be a special skin you can buy. When the game first came out, they had this promise that the game was not going to be a pay-to-win game. And so when they initially started coming out with stuff, the stuff that they came out with were specifically within that vein of not being pay to win. So instead of purchasing ships, you would purchase skins for it, and the Maelstrom was one of the skins. There's an assault cruiser that was the assault cruiser one, the science ship. I believe it was a lot of the ones that just became which are the fleet versions. But they were there. That's not my cannons. You're not my cannons. Where are my cannons? Are they in my inventory? Never mind. It's okay. Alright. So Cyclone. And so I had purchased the Maelstrom. I think the Maelstrom is an absolutely beautiful skin, and I'm actually going to switch over to that here real soon. I'm going to make sure I'm grabbing the right one. Experimental weapon. So I think... I think machine guns go blur. Or do I not have that one? Oh, I do have it up to 15. Oh, we'll just do voice of the problem. Screw it. What's up there? Well, yeah, so... that was the skin that I used when I hit level 50, I think at that point, was the max level. And then I just have pleasant memories with it. One of the things that I would encounter... oh, you know what? I know what I said. I got a stack of them, and now I realize what the stack was for. But that's okay. Oh, we'll just throw some shields on there. Sure, why not? I don't use them anyway, so it's okay. So... back when the TFOs were actual, basically, long missions. That's not what I wanted to do. I remember doing the Cure. And at the end of the Cure, I don't remember if it was a ship or a starbase. I'm having a hard time remembering. I think it was a starbase. But you could fly in between the rungs of the starbase. And I was a heavy escort, and so my main job was to to take out the ads. Basically, I just flew around, taking around ads, and I just remember flying through these rungs, destroying things, flying out. It's the most Star Trek feeling I'd ever had in that moment, and it was very enjoyable. Matter of fact, I wish that they would bring back those old style TFOs. Like keep the way the TFOs are right now, so people can have their short, 10-minute TFOs, but then bring back the old long form TFOs for people to play with, because I think they were fun. It's those, and they need to bring back the old missions too, but those old style TFOs should come back at some point. This looks like a small compared to the other ones. Weird. But this is the ship I flew, the Maelstrom, and I love the way the Maelstrom looks, and this is the new Fleet version too. So, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't update. They came out and said they haven't updated any of the designs on the old designs, so they have not updated this model. But it is the new Fleet ship. It's cryptic, but this design is just absolutely beautiful, and it looks like what you would consider the Fed's like response to a to like a bird of prey, because it's a very bird of prey. It looks like a diving bird, basically, to me, and so I love it. That's a T5 version, I do believe. It's one of the newer designs. But yeah, it's actually one of the few designs I actually like. But we are going to change it. Can we make it look a little bit better if we go change it white, or gray, All right. We're going to apply that because it's the only reason why I would have wanted this ship to be made a T6 would be to fly around in that ship. And then we're going to assign our seating. So you are going to be Jean. So we're going, this is kind of the whole mix with the with what I was dealing with before. So this has got to be weapons. That's Platonic Officer. And then the traits, because I switched back to Vanguard, I need to get rid of this. We can do active temporal surge. This one needs to be made into Weathering Barrage though. I'm pretty sure I have something better than temporal surge. I just can't think of it right now. And I don't have the time to look it up. Now, the one thing I am happy about with this ship is the fact that they made this ship a 5.2. Now, I'm not against. I wouldn't have been against anything else, unless they went like tier 4.3. Then I would have been heavily sad. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have minded if they would have just made it a 4.4 and just had a removable tail gun. I think that would have been highly entertaining. to have a 4-4 escort. I mean, I've flown beam bugs before, where it's just like a escort has beams on it, and they are fun to fly. So I would have did that. But the fact that they made it a 5-2, removed the tail gun, just decided the tail gun wasn't worth it, gave it an experimental weapon, because the old ones did not have experimental weapons, and just left it at that. I'm okay with that. It's because the tail gun was a mechanic that was a good idea when it was introduced, but it was a horrible idea. Actually, come to think about it, this is a Intel ship. What are the Intel settings? See, do I want to? I need to change this out to something else. I mean, why can't I learn? Is it because I don't have a intelligence thing? Sure. Actually, Cannon 3, Omega 1. Actually, we'll go here, Omega 1. Do I have an intelligence? That's like Surgical Strikes 1. So what is going to happen? So Omega 1, so this can be spread 3, which means this can be Tactical Team 2, which means I can switch this out to him, Beta 1, Omega 1, and distributed targeting. Still need to figure out this one. These two are fine. Yeah. Let's do gravity well. Let's go set up my Hey, somebody else has a Star Cruiser. Alright, Let's turn off the dirtiness. Set up our bars. You know, the fact this has a battle cloak on it is actually very entertaining. Well, having that many limited slots really does limit your ability there, but that's okay. Active here. I will say, as I'm going through on this final setup on this ship, if you do like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream or post a video. I do appreciate those who take some time to hang out with me, whether it's during the fact I'm playing or after the fact. Pull that down there. Again, focus frenzy is very limited. Shields. So we're going to move that down there. Me. There. Shield capacitor's already out. We can actually move this here, move this here. Click OK. She'll drop this down to 3. Move that down, move that up. And save. Alright. Holy cow, I never knew. The Maelstrom is just about as big as a Miranda class. Or actually bigger than the Miranda class. That is very entertaining. Just for that. The fact that it has a cloak is amazing, actually. I'm very entertained by this. Somebody leveled the sign ship. Looks like people are starting to pull the new ships out. Alright, am I slow? Did I take 30 minutes again? I did, yep. Oh well.
Good.
Nope. So we're gonna lock that. We're gonna lock this. And actually no. Yeah, it's fine. I know combat was kind of thrown up on me, but that did not feel very good. Turn radius is amazing
That
on this,
rift's
though.
unstable. We need to hurry, or those ships won't make it.
Klingon vessels are warping into your position.
Thank you. The bless.
That's one less rift to worry about. Let's regroup with Kumarka.
Bad news, I'm afraid. Klingons are approaching our position.
Yeah. Alright, you take the piloting out of the equation, he's actually doing pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah. And I guess frontal cannons kind of help with that with an escort, but yeah, that felt pretty good. Go ahead and clean up my space trash. So this one is just about as good as I thought it may be. I will say there's probably better ones. I think when I flew the Hydra, which is this one is getting compared a lot to, the Hydra seemed to be a lot better than this one. Now, I don't have any numbers to back that up because I don't run them with numbers. But just the way it feels, I think the Hydra, I remember the Hydra feeling a little bit better than this, but this is still fine. I mean, a lot of these ships that you're going to find, unless you're going for just like max meta, you really don't need a whole lot. Just something that gets you through the mission. This will definitely get you through a mission. Star Cruiser, it felt pretty good too, for the most part. For the
I think indeed.
the
I think that was the
the
last
science ship, I don't think that science ship is very good in my opinion. It kind of felt meh. It's just like the Terran Sutherland, whatever it was. When I flew that one just completely blew my mind about how well it was, how well it did. Especially in one of my builds, which is probably not saying a whole lot, but especially in one of my builds, it just was a really good ship. And so I think this is probably a 2 out of 3. The Augur, there are better versions of that ship in the game. So unless you're just trying to just run something of the older styles, then you would probably just might as well just run the better ship. The Star Cruiser, it doesn't stick to what the ship was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a science heavy cruiser, but I mean, it could be worse. But all in all, I mean, they're decent. Did this actually have them? I completely missed the mustard yellow, and I should have actually just had the mustard yellow. I started thinking about that when I was actually flying. I was like, did it have mustard yellow? But I mean it's a good bundle. I guess there are a few things that doesn't really matter to it, like so I kind of just threw them in here because they weren't impressive to me. But like one of the big things is like with the these weapons right here. So the problem with these weapons is, so if you go to a low level character, and I'm not even sure I even have a low level character in this account. I do. All right. So if we go to a low level character, right? And we have these infinity marked weapons.
You have just earned your first skill points. Click here to learn more.
Perfect. Can I just... I think it's probably because I was somewhere. But, okay. That's regardless. So, pretty sure I can rebuy them. So let's go ahead and rebuy them wherever they are. Ship bundles. Promotions unlock. promotions unlock. Maybe this was the worst character to actually try to do this with. But if you get one of these, I'm pretty sure I have affinity marked weapon on me. So like with the batless Stovacor here, that's actually probably a good perfect example here. So when you put this on your main character, this will balance up to your level up to a point. I think it's every 5 levels, this will raise its stats just a little bit based upon the maximum stats available on the weapon, which is good. I mean, on your main character. The problem is, the one thing you don't think about is that these characters... do I have a promotion option with you? I do. So these characters are not your level. So these characters are warrior level. That means whereas with... and I actually do think I needed to go to the ground to show this. Am I actually at... No. I must have been doing a mission the last time I got on. So when you put an affinity weapon onto one of your officers, you're not actually getting the full weapon damage on that. You're getting basically 10 levels below that, which means that on a lot of your officers, it's just not going to be very good. And that's if you've completely upgraded your officers. If you haven't upgraded your officers at all, it's just not going to be good at all. And that's the problem with affinity weapons. Now watch I go and test this, and it's going to be like they changed it. And I'll be like, dang it. And actually, I won't be upset about that. Because this is something that had bothered me for a very long time. Going through all this work just to show off one minor thing. So, alright. So the weapon is still the core here. So on this character, it's 118.2. Was that the actual damage or that DPS? That is DPS, 118.2. But when you equip it onto like Hagan here, it's 76.9 DPS. Which gets, like with the disruptor here, it just completely starts to outpace it. Even though this is a should be tier 6 weapon, or Mark 6 weapon, and it's completely outpaced by a 2 only because he is level 0, I think, at this point. So that is basically the problem when it comes to these infinity weapons. So going to my point is that when you get these boxes for the infinity weapons, like with the infinity weapons that I have there from the bundle, you have to know when you get that's going to be a weapon that you're going to want to get or want to use. Now that's fine if you're going to use it. But if you're just looking for damage wise, they're really not that great. One when it comes around to it. I must say, 179 is probably pretty good, but it really depends. So, and it depends on your weapon or your combat style. Now, if you're level 12 or using Mark 12s on your characters, you're at 65 and you're just throwing crap on your officers to give them something. That's actually these will do. But if they're not your build style, so my build is always auto rifles and like this. Like recently, I've been using the Kamarki armor, but generally I'll use dual weapons for my weapon type. So this does not match me. So this right here was basically a negative for me. The other parts of the bundle, which are the titles, I collect titles, so that was okay with me. The uniforms, I mean, I don't hate the uniform. I don't like the uniform, or I don't love the uniform. It's kind of just in the middle for me. When you watch Picard, the uniform is in there for maybe 5 minutes, and it's all just flashbacks. So they were fine. So would I say this was worth it, like the actual price for it? Because you're getting basically 5 ships, but one is a T6 coupon, which means you can sell it or do whatever you want with it. But I mean, it's there. I guess the nice thing is because they sell the ship packs in too, you do get an extra ship slot. So, is this bundle worth it? Probably not. No, it's probably not worth it. I think the fact that they're raising the prices are a little bit too much. They're also slowing down their production of new ships, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're just running out of designs. They have gotten to the point where they've just started going back to old ships and updating them. And they honestly didn't update these. So on the older packages, like the responders bundles and the Federation carrier, they went back and they redid the old models on these ships. They didn't do that on this ship, on the new one, and it's really sad too, is because the fleet versions of all 3 of these ships are all old models. They are all old models, and they were not touched up at all. And so that's kind of disappointing that they got the new ships out there, but they didn't do anything with the old models, even just for the fleet ships. And I think that would have been preferred. Because, I mean, you can even look at these models. But when I had the Maelstrom out, I could see it's one of the old models with the old skins. Now, they did say that they made the new skins, like newer skins, available for the old models. But sometimes that doesn't matter. Just because, like this one right here, this ship looks pretty chunky. I think this ship looks pretty chunky too. But that's my honest opinion. I will say though, it's worth it. My opinion, of course, but this one is worth it. But that's only because this ship has a nostalgia influence for me that makes it, when I fly it, anytime I ever fly it ever again, it's always going to take me back to that moment of playing the Kier, flying in between the ship or the starship pylons, or the starbase pylons, and killing ads. This is basically, and that is basically, for a very long time, was the primary memory I ever had of Star Trek Online. I also like the fact that this is no longer a 4-3. Thank you. 4-3s are horrible. Now, Cryptic, can you please go back to the lifetime ships and make them 5-2s? Please. The lifetime ships have aged so poorly that event ships are way much better than a lifetime ship. And the lifetime ship is one of the things that you're paying a whole lot of money for. So, Cryptic, please update the lifetime ships. Make them 5-2s, or make them 5-3s like they should be, because they're destroyers. But yeah. But that is a my unbiased review. Now I am going to go into a very biased review. And and I know there's a lot of people just don't want to listen to me, because this is going to be mostly a rant and a complaint and some other things. And you kind of have to understand my situation when it comes to Star Trek Online on the way it is presented. So here, more than a few months ago now, I had purchased the Mud Joins the Alliance pack, I think is what it was called, whatever it's called, on this account, because this account was my my Pokemon Pokedex account, or this character is my Pokemon Pokedex. I was collecting ships, and if I go to my dry dock, I have a lot of ships, and that is still set to tier 5, and that's not even set to all the tiers. I basically have almost every ship that I could get, except for Infinity Box and all that stuff, because those are expensive. But I had purchased every C-Store ship. I had spent the money over the last year and a half to budget out ways for me to have enough Zen, so I can slowly purchase ships, and I had made it to the point where I had basically purchased all of the ships. So when I bought the bundle, that Muds bundle, one of the options, I think it was basically kind of the same as it is right now. No, they have the Phoenix prize pack on it now. If this would have been on there, it would have been fine, because I would have chose that, no problem. But they have these 2 times 2 100% coupons, and I didn't need them, but I thought that they were tradable, so that I could sell them off if I need be. And so I purchased them, and then it turns out that they're still in my inventory here. They are not tradable. They are bound to account. And I made the mistake. I purchased it, and I owned up to it when I spoke to the GMs, and I said, hey, I made this mistake. I didn't know that they were account bound, but I found out they were account bound, and I was like, they are no use to me. And I explained to him that when I purchase stuff, I like to purchase them in bundles, is because the bundles come with exclusives, and I don't want to miss out on the exclusives. I have severe FOMO on that end, and I just can't. I don't want to miss out on exclusives, and I explained that to them. And their first response to me was, well, just transfer them to another character. Just let another character use it. And then I had to explain to him that doesn't make sense, because the ships are count bound. And so once you unlock it, it's unlocked for the whole count. So there's no transfer to another character on the same account. And there was a couple other things too, but it really got me to the point where I understood that um, that they did not play the game nor understand how the game played, and it frustrated me. And then in the end, I was just asking him for these to be either switched out to something else if they can, or refund me the bundle, take the bundle away, and then I will repurchase it as the appropriate bundle that I needed in order to fit my, and they just outright refused. And so, but at this point, I had been spending at least $200 per month on the game, and so I explained to him, I was like, I just want to let you know that I'm just never going to spend a dime on this game ever again, just because there is no point in me spending a dime on this game. You can have your $100. That's fine. You'll never get a dime from me ever again. And so that's how it's been up to this point. I have not spent a dime on this game. I could have purchased this bundle, Lisa ships with this. I didn't really need the stuff in the bundle, nor cared about the stuff in the bundle. But at this point, it's the principle of it. I mean, I buy the bundles, and that's what I do. And this is the first ship release that they've had for a while, and I kind of went back and I was looking at a few things, and yeah, almost every bundle for the last 3 years, and that's since the beginning of 2021. Every ship release came with a bundle, and the bundle included a bundle exclusives that you could not get unless you had the bundle. And it's not like you just buy the ship and later date and just buy the bundle at a discount. You can't do that. If you buy one ship and then you choose you want to get the bundle at a later date, you have to pay the full bundle price. There's no discount that's applied to that. And so that's what it is with this. And as it sets right now, they just want, and so and then they were like, well, they were like, would you should just save them and use them at a later date. You'll eventually be able to use them. And I explained to him that I only buy things in bundles. And I was looking through it. So it used to be bundles, every bundle, but back in the 2019s, I think it was the last time this happened, on a large scale, every bundle released never had exclusives. Bundles would come with things like fleet modules and stuff like that, but they didn't have exclusive. Like this had exclusive uniforms, exclusive weapons that come only with a bundle. It didn't used to be like that, and all the way back, the last time that they were constantly was back in 2020, where the Titan ship was the last one. Now there have been a couple bundles that have been released since then that did not have any exclusives on it, such as the Blockade Runner bundle, the Agile Classic bundle, and the Federation Command Carrier bundle. Those did not have any exclusives on it, but those are released like once per year. And so the way it stands right now with Star Trek Online, I will not spend a dime on them until I can use these coupons. And the way it stands right now, it won't be for a few years. And so when I look at this bundle that has all these exclusives and it's all fluff and all that stuff, and just the way that they've been handling the game just in general, the releases have been basically very slow when it comes to the game and other things. I don't have a lot of high hopes for this game. Just the fact their ship releases have been slower makes me wonder if the actual game is almost to the point where it's going to be a where they're almost in maintenance mode. I would say anything that has long-term effects on the game for you, such as like the lifetime bundle or anything like that. And this comes from a person who loves the lifetime bundle, has the lifetime bundle on 2 accounts. I would not suggest to buy it at this point. This game, I'm not 100% sure it even has more than a few years left. Especially with a lot of people going through and dropping from the actual studios. They're moving to other portions of the studios. I can't say dropping from the studio, moving to other portions of the studios. You got to be wondering what's going on the backside. And Cryptic is not even nearly upfront about anything that they're doing. They will lie through their teeth on things. Just like with lockboxes. Lockboxes are gambling. That's basically what it comes down to. They are just a gamble box. They are designed to take your money. It's the reason why they don't release the odds. They don't release the odds because it could be a possibility that they're changing the odds on the fly. We don't know that because they don't tell us what the odds are. Old casinos used to do the same thing. They don't tell you the odds, therefore they can change the odds at any point. And that's the reason why the federal government made laws against it. And it Cryptic won't tell you what the odds of what your rewards are, so that's got to tell you something about how nefarious they're being on the backside. Yeah. Long of it is, or basically what ends up coming down to, Cryptic is took my money for the last time. I still enjoy playing this game. It's probably one of my favorite games out there to play. It's a reason why I keep my counts up to date and try to keep them at least active. This is probably the most time I've spent on the game is these 2 hours that I've played right now. Within the last year, I think I jumped on last week or week before. I don't remember when. Once I got the Hyperion, played a little bit because I'd also gotten the campaign right before that, and I played around a little bit. But yeah, this is the first time in a long time. So with all that being said, Cryptic, you'll never get a dime from me unless you find a way for me to be able to spend these without losing out of any other options in the game. That's my only answer for you. And you lost $200 per month from me, and Bethesda gained $200 per month from me, and they thank you for that. So that's my biased view of basically what Cryptic's doing. I tried to make the first half of this an unbiased review because it seems like every single time before this I've gotten onto this game, I just ranted for about 2 hours of how much I'm at Cryptic. So if you want my honest opinions about this, about the bundle, watch the first half of this stream once it becomes a VOD, or just fast forward to the beginning and watch it from there. I tried to keep myself as honest as possible. I tried not to push any agendas at that point. I just wanted to play the ships and play the ships like I would have 6 months ago. But in the end, I would suggest nobody invest in this game. That's my biased review of this game, just because I don't think Cryptic cares about you. I don't think Cryptic cares about anybody, just except for the amount of money that you're able to give them. And that's my overly biased. But I am going to stop ranting and stop rambling and then I am going to go. But if you have liked what you've seen, go and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, not necessarily me ranting about Cryptic, but more gaming videos. I do play a lot of Fallout 76. I can't say that I'm gonna jump on Star Trek Online all that too much, just because I have other things I need to do right now. But other games, just go ahead and hit that. If you'd like to see me play, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream again, when I post a video. Thank you for those who have at least jumped in and watched me for a little bit. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a good day. Bye. And there goes a can. Bye.